Hello, this is Alekius, and welcome back to another episode of Shadow Empire on Cerberus as Phoenixstate. Did finish up the turn. The only thing I did off camera, because I was reviewing everything, was to build this road out the rest of the way, because we have the industry to spare. Other than that, everything should be fine to just go ahead and go. As a review of things, just since it's been a little bit, we have Starkshan's Major Regime, Blackmail, fairly good relations, and Belelier at fairly good relations as well. So our only front we have to move on is this northern front. So our strategic situation is fairly good. With that, get the turn rolling. Keep an eye on this western border. There's an attack. Went well for us. Our new election. Looks like our factions are fighting each other rather effectively, since the majority was 36%. Militia commemorative plaque. What is our militancy at? Dropping slowly. And how are our finances? Not so good. I'll be happy either way. But if we want to get Ronald a little bit happier. Speaking of which, how is our relations? Not so good. Might be time to give them all a pay raise.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to do that. Salaries. Give the soldiers a little bit of a boost too.
Yes, sir.
And that should help people to at least stay even. Which it looks like it. Taking a look at our councils, see which ones we haven't made yet. And if I wanted to force the issue, which I don't. How are our taxes? 50% sales tax, 30% income tax. See if we can't bump up the income. Yeah, I figured. Narrowly missed it. Then no need for a lot of the rest of it. Alright, back to movement. Capture our territory. And head off into the desert. Let's see, this one Rifles, machine guns, rifles, RPGs. Rifles, RPGs. This one I'm probably going to have head over to the Rose Bar. Or maybe Keatmont or Warmpool. Somewhere over here to be a speed bump. Probably this one too. They'll send one to the Rose Bar, one to the Warmpool. And then I'll have a little bit more to distract anybody who decides to go that way. Any of our majors get a little bit uppity. There we go. Looking at the zone of control created by these 3 units to see if this unit can go anywhere, which it can't. How's our production? Pretty well. A little bit light on industrial points, so we'll take it easy for the moment. Good incomes, and I think that's it for this turn. Finished our Cooper Plus, got our light tank. Traveling teachers, love that one. Docile AI, that one's always interesting. Be interesting to have some walkers. Which I have 1 fate point. How is... Well, let's take care of our decisions first. No changes to the funding priorities. Then, what is our buggy? Oh, I did a max. Okay. It'll be slow. And then none of our infantry have a substantive. We could get a carbines for our infantry. I'll wait for the automatic rifle. For now, I'll get the light tank. $25, $275, $400 with 100 millimeters of steel plating, which I will do. The engine will be underpowered. But I am okay with that. The most important part is that it has the hard target modifier. Has armor that can block and resist a lot of the small arms fire. And that it has good attack values. That's what we need from our light tanks. We don't need a lot of speed. .8, I think we'll wait. We've got them cut off now. So if we force a retreat, they'll surrender. Got everything else set up. Random zone 6 to 60 unrest, 2 fate points. Have a little bit of fear, a little bit of danger. Our happiness is not that great, but I'm gonna play it. Unrest should go down fairly quickly, but we'll take a dip in happiness while we're doing it. And that will allow us to get traveling teachers.
Roger that.
And to grab our AI. So now we have some sentinels. Which these aren't super powerful, but they're a lot better than regular infantry. Then we have our recently finished offices. That's right, we are waiting on solar energy. Do need to upgrade the facility. I think we're good for the moment. Yeah, I don't think there's much we can adjust. How are the points? Yeah, we can set up another roadblock. We really don't need that much supply headed that way. There we go. Yep, that's an appropriate amount. So all the supply is heading up this way. Tons of supply heading up that way. Probably didn't need to block it that much. That's how much supply is headed up that way. We have some spare industry. It's time to start thinking about how else we want this road to go. Probably out here. Plains Rocky. Follow this Plains Rocky all the way up to the mercenary post. Yeah. And that'll help our situation up here. So as far as I can send that one this time. And then I can send another road out here down to the hidden village. And around these low mountains. Or by the hidden village. So the hidden village is in the mountains. It's going to cost a lot. We'll just send a road nearby. And then I have to look at how many roads and where I want to send in between the desert. Chances are I'll just bring this up here. Branch will go over there and stop. Another branch will come up here up to Wells. And that'll be as far as we go, because roads up into this desert are going to be expensive. The goal is still to get to this river. Yeah, another fruitless attack. I mean, they did take out 100. Infantry are easy to replace, though. There's our automatic rifle. Discovered the heavy machine gun army. Portraits in schools. What we are pushing, I'm going to say absolutely not. And they have the relations, they can take the hit.
Roger that.
We can add a new organization. Applied sciences first, I'd say. Being blackmailed again, we'll refuse. And then get back to our movement. These militia going. The desert is absolutely brutal for supplies and movement. There we go. Says they have... hidden. That's their modifier. Which is unfortunate. That's giving them a big bonus, and I'm not sure I want to take the losses. I might have to try to bring the buggies down and leave this wasteland alone. See what we can do with the road, though. That's right, we just took that hex. And bring the road up to there at least. I don't think anybody's using... Yeah, they're barely using any of that. So, the next roadblock be right there. Yeah, that's appropriate. I'm doing it one hex out. One, because it's more visible. Because I always have the Supreme headquarters here in Albion. But also because we have the structures that also need supply to move materials back to the city. So placing it one out is usually a better option. Yeah, I think we're gonna wait at this point. Something I have been meaning to do, and I keep forgetting. All zone orders. Allow emergency food. And leave it at that.
Roger that.
And there's our hit from the high unrest. Danger's falling pretty quickly. Unrest is falling really quickly. And I'll probably pull these troops back to sit on Albion. So then we'll have some light troops garrisoning the borders and the actual city. End the turn here. We've just got the one unit. We haven't really seen any other non-aligned. And I may leave the wasteland alone and push troops down this way. Move along what'll be easier. Get onto this mountain range. Yep, more of the Decade of Revolution. More private assets. Build our Promise Hospital. Operationalized the heavy machine guns. 53 metal, archaeological, some recruits. All beneficial. Received cowardice. Tiny is gonna have to deal with it.
Yes, sir.
And is 14. New director for the Applied Sciences Council. You are not very loyal. Not in your fist orientation. Jeez, not very high capability on any of those. Let's recruit our new junior. Any luck with that guy? Nope. Or is that... No. Good old Porky D-Pants. Alright, we'll point him. We'll see where he settles. We've got most of the councils in place. I'm gonna take the general stratagems down and focus on political power. And the Applied Sciences Council needs no changes. Move our troops down to their positions. How much is the sand dunes to move through? AP cost, so we'll send regular foot troops to go exploring in there. Probably leave these guys up. But with that, I think we are done for the turn. And that wraps up the episode. I hope you enjoyed. Appreciate you staying to the end. Please leave a comment, let me know what you think, and I will see you next time. Take care.